The next step is to sculpt the individual pieces to get them more to your liking. After you continue sculpting individual parts, and you could duplicate this boot so this way you could cut down the redundancy on each side. Delete this boot. You could select this original boot, and so after you sculpt it out, your perfect vision of the boot. Going under modifiers, add modifier, go into mirror, and there's your boot. This way you only have to do half of much work when you're ready. I'm going to apply. Later on, a step might be after sculpting to combine everything. Next, I'm going to select the boot, add modifier boolean, use union, and use the eyedropper to pick the pants, and click on apply. And now this is one object that could be sculpted. And when you get close, you might see this wonderful disco pattern happening on the face. That's because the original object is still behind the scenes. Pressing the G key, you can see this is the new object. So it was non-destructive. Let me select this. Let me select this and just move it over slightly. Select the original, delete, slide this over. I'll now have this new object selected, add modifier, and repeat the process. And this way you can sculpt out everything at once when you're ready for that last step of fine details. And I want a union join, hit apply. Of course there's two boots there. Let me delete that other boot. Selecting this. This gave the original creases, and if you're trying to create pants, you could see that this would create a tucked in shirt look and a tucked in pants into the boot look. Here it's a spacesuit where we could wrap something around here. Reason for combining everything was it's time to finish up the final detail. So after you sculpt out the original pieces, one option was to join everything together. But by joining things together, you still have inside geometry. By creating a Boolean union, that removes any extra geometry on the inside. And now when you go to sculpting, you don't have to worry about extra faces popping through on the other side. So go to sculpt mode, and let me use the inflate brush. Now you can see that we can run this across the whole character. Right, they're inflating their suit. And this also might give you inspiration. What if you did have a spacesuit that does get inflated? Well, you could do a morph target between the previous version and this new version using the inflate brush. Then you can go around the model and reshape it. So you're reshaping the contours of the connections. Any little errors like this can be taken care of on the vertex level. So edit mode, vertex, X-ray would probably be helpful right now. Move tool. Let me pull this out. And keep on going around and correcting any little defects like that. Another thing that could be done around this area, another piece of geometry, which would be a bendy section for a suit, could be placed in here and unioned together, which will cover the gap in the transition from the top to the pants.